I'm going to read this poem for my friend Barry Grimes, and then two others. So, and I will get you out of here on time, so you can go to the other reading. This is called Your River, Your Morning. Rivers run close. Thin skin we see through again carries what's fallen further away, slipping toward the bend where tamarack torched the hillside as descent hints where white water stutters and splits past the rock shaped like a bear's back facing west. And the Yakima leans toward Yakima with a brief tease to Sela, ever the stepsister, overlooking the river headed off on its own, passing town for city, soon given to sage and cottonwood shade, falling over backwater ponds, circled with cattails and lines redwings fly 50 feet below the stick basket's osprey build, near the bend before Sunnyside, where pelicans fill the eddy like nuns in the habit of bathing, their white on water a cumulus sky. Down is up, downriver, near the place your father built a neighborhood of houses so close to the same water you watch ease past your morning, miles upriver, years to the sea. Last night, first of all, I was treated to a gracious dinner by Peggy Ludwig, and then today, Peggy Grimes talked to me, and both Peggy's talked to me in stories about veterans. And it is the Veterans Day week, and they were great stories, and it was honoring stories of people who have given so much for us and were personally connected. And so we were talking today, and my father was a veteran, and he almost single-handedly eliminated the Army Air Corps as a branch of service. He always told the story at dinner about how he learned to fly, but he didn't learn how to navigate. So he was doing really well on one of his solo flights, one of his early solo flights, until it got foggy. And the highway was no longer visible, so he didn't know how to get back to where he had left from. So he crashed. And he lived to tell about it, and then he became a Remington Raider and managed to survive the war. But I really want to read this poem with that connection to the stories that Peggy told last night of her father, and today Peg Grimes told of her husband, veterans all. And this has to do with dinner table conversation, which is where we heard the stories. And I think that the point of this whole thing is honoring the stories of those that we love and keeping those stories alive. And for those of you that are young enough, take the time to go ask about the stories, because some of these stories, when I tell them, my brothers say, that's not the way that story went. And then there's no one there to check to see, so then you just make it up. But I wouldn't want to tell that, but that's what you do. So this is called there, and there refers to when you point to the table where somebody used to sit, and you say there. That's what there means. There. Every table has its place, whether set or let alone, where the long gone or the gone wrong appear. There, you say, nodding to a chair, the spot near the window. The cough of one who remains dares to start a story in the full circle of Sunday dinner with traces of the missing. Father's plane crash tail took off over the beef, his carving knife waving mid-air like a one-winged oster. A brother reaches for it from the high chair, the flight path always toward mother, and the return, this time in sudden fog, stutters over the center. Father unable to find the road he used to navigate. With or without the house, the room, the furniture, these reappear. The taste of warm biscuits buttered, a sputtering engine, and possible fence posts out the plain window where your sister's mashed potatoes remain untouched.